Hello everyone and welcome back to a new WarThunder guide video. Today I will be going over the types of air-to-air missile that we currently have in the game and how to use each one effectively. I will be going over each and every type specifically. I have also included timestamps in case some of you are here for a certain type of missile, so without any further ado let's jump right into the video. Before starting, please make sure to go to your controls and set up the following keybinds. Some of these keybinds are not necessary, but I just like to set them since it makes life much more easier. Weapon lock, fire air-to-air missile, within visual range combat, lock radar, change radar, IRST mode. The keybinds are personal preference, so use whatever you want. You can set up keybinds for the change radar, scope scale, and search mode, but it's totally up to you. Now that we are done with keybinds, we can go ahead and resume where we have left. There are three types of air-to-air missile that we currently have in game. Semi-active radar-guided missiles designated as Fox 1. Heat-seeking guided missiles designated as Fox 2. Active radar-guided missile designated as Fox 3. We are going to start off with the simplest type of missiles, heat-seeking guided missiles or Fox 2. Heat-seeking guided missiles are the easiest missiles to use in game. In fact, they are literally a point-and-click missiles. For these type of missiles, you only need to know and learn what are the specifications of the missiles you are carrying, such as speed, G-tolerance, and flare resistance, etc. Heat-seeking missiles comes in two configurations, all aspect and rear aspect only. All aspect can track the enemy plane from any angle. Rear aspect missiles, however, only track the plane from the back. You can find more about these information whenever you hover above a missile in the hangar. Firing a heat-seeking missile is very simple. Press the keybind that you have set up for weapon lock, and once you get a lock, you fire it. Make sure to lead the missile with the direction the enemy is flying and just fire. The best heat-seeking missiles that we currently have in game are AIM-9LS, which are rear aspect and all aspect medium-range heat-seeking missiles. The R-27T, which are rear aspect and all aspect long-range heat-seeking missiles, and finally R-60M, which are rear and all aspect short-range missiles. Moving on to the second type of missiles, which is the semi-active radar-guided missile, or most commonly referred to as Fox 1. Please make sure to switch to PDS-RC radar before trying to use this type of missile. To do that, just press the change radar, IRST keybind until you see PDS-RC on the radar. Some Russian jets have MTI instead of PD. Using this type of missile can be a little bit tricky. To fire a semi-active radar missile, firstly you need to get a radar lock on an enemy plane and then fire the missile while you are maintaining the radar lock or tracking. There are two ways you can get a radar lock. If the target is far from you, meaning that you cannot visually see them, you use the keybind for lock target, and if the target is close to you, meaning they are 10 kilometers or less, you use the keybind for within visual range combat. And note that you must maintain the radar lock until the missile hit the target. If the radar lock is lost or broken, the missile will not track the target and it won't hit. So basically, you must always have a radar lock even after you fire the missile to ensure that it perfectly tracks the target and it hits them. Sometimes on rare occasions, missiles can track even after the radar lock is broken. These type of missiles have a long range and can track perfectly, but in game it's better to fire them from 12 kilometers or less, since many players already know how to trick the missile and evade it. The best radar missiles that we currently have in game are the R-27ER and the AIM-7F. Last but not least, the final type of missile, active radar-guided missile, or commonly known as Fox 3. This type of missile is very simple to use and does not require any skill at all and can be fired from long distances. All you will be doing is getting a radar lock as we discussed earlier, then you fire the missile. And no, you don't have to maintain a radar lock for this missile to hit. This missile can track the enemy even after you break the lock. This type of missile is the perfect example of fire and forget. In game we currently have one type of Fox 3, which is the AIM-54 Phoenix. This missile can only be found on the F-14 Tomcat. Even though this missile has very long launch range and a very high speed, but it has a poor G-tolerance, which means it can be easily dodged. So to fire this missiles, make sure you switch your radar until it says TWS, which means track while scan. Once you see the enemy players, you can launch your missile and fly away. Here's a small fact. Did you know that the only jet in the world that ever operated the AIM-54 Phoenix was only the F-14 Tomcat? Here are some small tips that will help you along the way. 1. Always switch to PDS-RC while you are taking off to avoid getting confused when you see an enemy jet. 2. If you are not sure that your missile is going to hit, don't waste it. 3. Don't rush into the middle of the map and expect that you will kill everyone. Trust me, you will get swarmed and end up dead. 4. Don't spam your heat-seeking missiles. Try to use your guns. You can get a gun lead if you radar lock people. 5. Getting a radar lock allows you to get a heat-seeker lock without pointing your nose on the enemy. 6. If you are still not subscribed to my channel, I think you should. I really hope you guys found this video useful. A like, share, and a subscribe would mean the world. Thank you and have a nice day.